All right, boys. 1 second. Let's see if I can... No, it's loud. All right, there we go. So, all right. Well, one concurrent viewer. There we go. That sucks. We got this all screwed up, didn't we, boys? I tried. I don't know what to do about it. But we have the resolution set, so we should be good to go. I can continue testing, and we'll just see if everybody can figure out that we got stuck like this, huh? So, all right. We have the resolution up and working. So if you go display settings here, it's at 4K. And then I'm going to be like sitting like this and looking up. Oh, you know what? Fuck that. We got this shit. I forgot I had a stand-up desk. That's much easier. Okay. So, we're going to do hardware info, open that back up. And we're going to do Steam, open that back up. Library, CyberPunk. Now let's check audio, make sure that it is going out the right. It is perfect. And play. This is so weird, dude. But hey, we can still benchmark. Yay! Live. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that with. So the problem is I like to play games. I like to play games at 240 hertz, so there's no real way to do that unless for the benchmarking streams I have to prep it ahead of time. But that's good to note. All right, so settings, video. There's all our resolutions. And there is 4K. Graphics, sure, we'll start with Ray Tracing Ultra first. Load our benchmark run.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back.
Hope y'all are finding the video again. Apologies that it got split into two. I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes, right?
Apparently the Corp figured it wasn't safe in Japanese waters. Afraid some local fishermen might harpoon it for scientific research. But honestly, it's quite the power move. Wonder what Militech will respond with. Maybe Myers will fly a Rust Bucket B-17 Flying Fortress over Arasaka HQ. Ooh, man, that is...
All right, so this is Ray Tracing Ultra 4K on the RTX 3080. Let's go. Oh, yo, Crypto and Hot Rods, welcome back. What's going on, my dude? Fractal Breaks, what's going on? So we're on to part 2 of the benchmarking. And it's ray tracing ultra, so keep in mind DLSS is on. And it crashed apparently. Interesting. Just one of them days. Send report, bitch. Alright. We'll try again. I actually haven't had this game crash on me yet. So it's good to know we can successfully make it crash. I guess. What are you up to, Crypto and Hot Rods? We still need to work on trying to get that podcast going. I still haven't even rebooted Rig Wars yet. I had some more requests and I'm like, yes, I really want to. And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's this thing called time. And we're in the middle of a release cycle. So like, and I have, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 custom loops going on right now because everybody wants them for Christmas. I got, the day job, testing all the new hardware, trying to come up with videos, and I'm like, guy's gonna have to wait. We'll reboot that shit when shit slows down, you know what I'm saying? Alright, graphics, ray tracing ultra, video high. Let's make sure that we have crowd density high. Load game. There we go.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did y'all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City called Fujita or the Whale? Apparently the police figured it wasn't safe and
So, I just tested this on Conflex. It's kind of disappointing. We'll have to see if an overclock helps. It was only doing like 80 mega hash on Conflex. The 3070 was doing great on Conflex, but I think my 3070 keeps trying to burn itself up. I'm about to RMA it to EVGA in hopes that I actually get another one. The fans keep turning off. I was playing CyberPunk on it last night, and the fans just shut off. And the bitch hit like fucking 100 degrees Celsius and then just locked the fuck up. And I looked over and I go, oh, the fans aren't spinning. No overclock, no applications open, nothing. Just. So now, if I want to play it, I have to manually set the fan. Something fucked up on the NVIDIA driver and won't spin the fans up on it, which is weird. Alright. Benchmarking. Hey, Datacar, what's going on, my dude? Long time no see. We're doing, that's ray tracing. That's RTX 3080, 4K, ray tracing ultra. Cut. We're just getting all of our benchmark runs in. I'm hoping we can finish up our base benchmark runs here quickly so I can just play and have fun. But you never know. There's so much work to go on, I shouldn't even play for fun. But I really kind of want to, you know what I mean? Alright, so now we're just going to go down the list, right? Medium. Ray tracing medium. 4K. It's fucking weird, dude. I can get it running real good, but I get it running best on AMD cards right now. So, you remember Datacar when I pissed off the AMD red team? I think I'm about to piss off the green team pretty hard here. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being completely objective and honest about it, the RTX 3080 with like normal, like no ray tracing is only 10% better than the RX 6800. So I'm assuming the 6800 XT beats it. It's fucking weird. I feel like 2020, like when people talk about like when people talk about like the multiverse and like all the Mandela effects and simulation theory, like, yeah, I think our world did end and we merged with a winning AMD, which is really weird. This year's been full of surprises. CPUs we kind of saw coming, didn't we? GPUs not so much. RTX 3080, 4K, ray tracing, medium. But I think the big problem with this game is really CPU. I think really like you want to like we have a 5600X in here right now. This is like a lot more than a lot of people have right now. Weird. All right. Ultra, no ray tracing. We jumped a timeline. Into a world where Nvidia has a... What the fuck? You know, I have a lot of hours in this game from testing. And I have not had this much trouble. Yet. But clearly, we're going to start having trouble now. I don't know, boys. That's not good, is it? Fuck. Looks like a thread got locked on the GPU. Well, I'll tell you guys this. We have 40 hours benchmarking, and during that benchmark run, we have never had either the 3070 or the 6800 crash on us. They may have fucked it up more with this patch. They may have, I mean, possibly. I don't know. Let's see what happens. You still play World of Tanks, Datacar? They've been pushing hard on the advertisements lately, I noticed. Have you noticed that? This seems better. I think a thread was just hanging. Maybe there's a mem leak or something that was fucking with it. Maybe they fix something else and create a mem leak. What do y'all think? I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch the live stream and check the stats out that we had up in the top left and see if we can track it down. Is it good now? Like, good now. I know you've always liked it. Is it like extra good? Is it better? Playing some Overwatch? 750 Ti 3300X? Man, I never got a 3300X. They seem pretty cool. How do you like it? Not any better? It's kind of the same old shit. Saw, who was it? Like, it's like Linus Tech Tips has a World of Tanks advertisement. Hardware Unbox has one. Gamers Nexus has one. It's crazy. The only person doing World of Warships is, what, Jay's 2 cents? Something like that. Alright. Cool. I think we're back in business. I think we had a thread hanging or something. Alright, next is 4K high. 4K high. Thanks for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. I wish it would have stayed in the same loading shit. Glad you found your way back, by the way, Lime. Thought it was going to take me less time, but clearly the Elgato is an unhappy beast. You know, I really honestly just think the game looks better without ray tracing. Definitely looks better without DLSS. DLSS looks like shit. I don't think DLSS 2.0 is any better. Or at least implementation in this game is pretty bad. Hopefully they fix it. It's probably because the AI hasn't learned yet, huh? Working hard to get new folks. The old grumpies keep playing and complaining. Medium. All right, 4K medium. Let's go. Let's go. In case you guys wonder what I did all weekend, it was this, just with a lot more GPUs. But we only really need to do, let's see, so this is going to be medium, then we're going to do 1440p, and then we're going to play. But we'll have to create a part 3 because we'll have to fix some. I'm not gonna play on this screen. I don't like 4K and 1440p. I don't know. Maybe I'm old. I like 240 hertz 1080p, boys. This 4K looks pretty nice though. Now we just need an ultra wide to test ultra wide for you guys. Ultra wide seems difficult to test. Are there any like really good ultra wide benchmarking channels? So I can look at them and see what I need to be trying to do. I assume for ultra wide benchmarking you would essentially get the highest resolution, widest panel possible, and then it would allow you to like test all the ultra wide settings. Does that sound accurate? I feel like that's what you would want to do. Like we'd have to buy one of those big ass ones. And then you could test. I mean, technically, I guess you could do it. I don't know. Because it wouldn't really be native, would it? Could you do it on a 4K? I mean, you could do it kind of like create custom resolution. It still wouldn't be right. I think you almost have to buy the panel to really test it. All right, moving on to 4K low. Came in like a wrecking ball. You still stream it all, Datacar? I know Lanyard was kind of on and off for a tad. Thanks for the likes, guys, by the way. Come on, I fucked that up a little. It's fine. Are you in West Texas still? I ain't getting certs. I took really cheap ass and free internships. A little different. IT's not bad though. Lubbock, man, I want to visit. I went to, I didn't even get to drive through there, but we went to New Mexico, I guess a couple years back. It's funny the older you get. It feels kind of close, but this is 2017, 2018. We stayed at that haunted hotel in Big Spring, dude. Shit was dope. I kind of want to go again. It's pretty cheap for like, first of all, Big Spring sucks. So it has to be cheap. But like, it was fun. It's a cool hotel. It's cool what they did with it. So if you can ever drive down to Big Spring, dude, and get the hotel for the night, like, okay, so it's like a really high, it's like, so, because I've stayed at like hotel, like I even stayed at like hotel, like a nice like fucking Hilton in New York City that was like $800 for like one night. But like you can go to like Big Spring, Texas, and get like the same experience at that hotel there. And it's like 100 and I want to say it's like 118 or something. But if you want to take mama out like on a special occasion, which is still expensive, don't get me wrong, like you still probably want to plan it out if you want to go for the weekend or whatever. But it's close to Lubbock, and it's super dope, dude. Really good food, so you don't even have to go out. They have really good food. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. It would have been nicer without kids. We had kids. So, you know. Not as fun. But I'd like to go without kids sometime. Alright, 1440p low. Let's go. Let's go. Found the guy with a 1050 locally for 70. I don't know if 70 is worth it, dude. You know, it's so weird because you could get those 580s for like $70, $75 or whatever at the beginning of the year. Mining's gonna fuck some shit up, ain't it? Between mining and scalpers, it's kind of fucked right now. Thanks for the like. Yo, rock. Share the stream out. If you guys like the live benchmarking stuff, let me know too. Sometimes it's like I just don't do it because it's time consuming as fuck. And sometimes when you're benchmarking, it's just better to like turn on a I don't know. Turn on somebody else's stream or a YouTube video or a TV show or something. The encoder wasn't very good on that though, was it? On the 1050? I didn't think it was. I thought you wanted to go up to 1070 or 1080 to get the two NVINCs. And also the hardware encoding on Pascal, while it was great, is not better than H.264. It wasn't till 2000 series where the NVINC encoders started looking comparable, and it wasn't really till 3000 series where NVINC is now better than H.264. Please tell me I put that at medium. I did. Good. I was about to be mad at myself. Look at this shit, boys. Oh, man. It's a lot of data. Hello, Leno. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight? No, I mean, like, that is what I like to do, though, Dado. It's like, oh, that's a crash. Are we in, is this another crash? Dude, this patch is shit. Come on, you dirty girl. Is there another update? Didn't look like it. Hold on, we'll close it. Dude, did they do another patch? Nah. No. Ours is set all side by side for direct comparison. Well, and that's a whole other issue. Like, I know that there's like some channels that only do that. There's an old video on my channel where I explained how that doesn't really work. That's why, like, I just try to run the numbers and then I do like the charts. But like, so we'll finish this video or we'll finish benchmarking this. What, we've already been going 2 hours now. We'll have to run each one of them 2 more times off stream. I just kind of want to at least get an idea, and then you guys get to see what the process is like. But I'll have to run it 2 more times, so you know we'll be 6 hours deep in benchmarking one graphics card, and then once we're done with that, and then once we're done with that, we have to generate the charts. I use Excel for that. I've done a lot of custom Excel charts and formulas to do it, which took a long time. But even just regenerating the charts means I got another, like, I don't know, probably like 4 hours in just that. Then getting B-roll for all the hardware takes another few hours. And then recording and editing another few hours. I mean, like, just to do like a benchmark video like I do on the channel is for like one graphics card is a 40-hour work week. If you're like going hardcore and trying to make sure all the data's right. And then the video will make like 20 cents in ad revenue. Yeah. Like, Hardware and Box must spend, like, I'm sure they have, like, multiple people, but Hardware and Box and Digital Foundry, pretty impressive. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Hold on. Did I fuck all this up? I think I did low twice, didn't I? No. Because we started at low. Good, yay! So we did 1440p high, now ultra. 3 more benchmarks for our base runs. Fuck yeah, dude. 3 more benchmarks for our base runs. You stupid. I am vaping on Candy King Worms. That ran pretty well. I liked that. That's pretty good. 1440p. I think we said that. Like, this game seems to, for whatever reason, run best at 1440p high if you're doing a preset, by the way. That's across, like, every single card I've tested so far. Wait, did we already do? Oh, this is Ultra. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I was wrong. This one felt really good at Ultra. 1440p high on the 6800 and the 3070 was pretty good though. What did we get? €229. AH! Thanks for the donation, good sir. How are you doing tonight? This fine Monday afternoon. Let's confirm that was Ultra just to make sure I wasn't crazy. Nope. Oh God, what am I doing? It's supposed to be Ultra. Alright, well I fucked that all the way up. I fucked that all the way up. Glad I caught it at least. I must have hit down instead of up, I guess. So yeah, 1440p higher Ultra seems to, at least on this CPU, like we've already discovered, like from the 6800 all the way up to this GPU in particular, it appears that there's no real performance benefits at 1080p GPU wise. Benefits GPU wise seem to kick in around 1440p. 4K pretty much on anything doesn't really, in my opinion, feel playable. So you're really looking at like I mean, my best bet, and this is like if everything's at retail cost, RX 6800 with an RX or with a Ryzen 5 5600X and just fucking play the game at like 1440p high settings. Turn crowd control down or crowd density down to like low and turn screen space reflections down and then just call it a day. That's how I feel about it. That's like right where I would want to play. I wish I could say DLSS was good enough to play with ray tracing on, but not really. Now on the Radeon card, or no, on the NVIDIA cards, what I like to do, at least the 3000 series, is which you can check out my performance review on it, but I like to do no screen space reflections because it's more demanding than ray tracing reflections, and then only turn on ray tracing for ray traced reflections. I don't even know how that went. There we go. That seems to be my favorite. All right, go back to chat. Sorry, we're doing my 4K screens over here, so we had to stand up and do this. All right, some hours of work. Yeah, I'm putting in what I can. Mining and watching your gameplay. There you go, AH. Well, we're not really playing games right now. We're just benchmarking. But, thanks for watching, dude. What you mining? Mozzie, do you think a Vega 64 and 1800X drive this game okay? Vega 64, yes. 1800X, no. We've already gone through all that. We'll be testing the 3600. We're going over CPU performance. The number one thing you can do to increase your performance in this video game is upgrade your CPU. Period. That's 1063 gigs. This goes all the way down to the 1050 Ti. All the way down to the 1050 Ti. Your number one improvement in frame rate and performance for CyberPunk is going to be your CPU. It is actually not going to be your GPU at all, any given day. End of story. So, for example, got a buddy with a Ryzen 5 2600. He can't get above 30 frames per second on a GTX 1060. We have fixed like some of the stuff there, obviously. But with the performance improvements we posted yesterday. That being said, the 5600X will push a 1063 gig. He has a 6 gig, but it will push my 1063 gig with some modifications at 1080p low, of course, to 60 frames a second. This game has a lot less to do with GPU and a lot more to do with CPU. Do I find the CPU over GPU dependence as an odd shift? Not necessarily. Well, so here's the thing, right? If you created a chart over the past, well, since Zen 1, right? When did Zen 1 come out? Well, we can find that out. Ryzen release date. Ryzen 1800X. I think that was one of the first ones. February 28th of what? What was the date? What was the year? I don't remember. 2017? So yeah, 3 years. In the past 3 years, the CPU performance has been improving more than GPU performance. So, if you're a dev, just shooting the shit here. If you're a dev and you have more resources on CPU, your tendency is probably going to be improving gameplay performance via CPU over GPU. Because we've had significant upgrades in CPU performance. Less so on the GPU side. As far as like, well, yeah, especially on consoles. Those Jaguar cores were fucking shit. I don't mind saying it. I don't think anybody remembers how bad those fucking FX CPUs were. So it kind of, my only point being is it kind of makes sense. Also, we're talking about more AI-driven stuff. I think we'll see like a slowdown of advancements in both for a tad. And actually not for like a huge tad. So here's kind of what I think's going on. I think the next 3 years we're going to see Radeon take over the GPU market. Slowly and surely, like they took over the CPU market. They have enough money from Ryzen to start investing in R&D now. And they got rid of all the bad actors. Like Raja, who went to Intel. Frankly, I didn't like any of the old Radeon team. I think so. Lisa Su's obviously doing a fantastic job at getting rid of the people that are well known in the industry and yet have gotten lazy over time. That's my perspective on it. And I'm not saying the guys aren't smart. I would more put it towards them being lazy and also kind of assholes. Because I never had a good interaction with any of those old guys from Radeon. And I think they're turning it around. And I think that what we are going to see is a huge improvement in GPU performance pushed by AMD and Radeon coming back into the market strong and creating some competition. Here's the difference between Ryzen and Intel though. All right, here's what I think's going to happen. Like my humble opinion is I think NVIDIA is going to keep up. So the difference between Ryzen and Intel is like, or AMD and Intel on the CPU side is that Intel got blindsided. Like they got straight fucking haymakered without even fucking looking. That's what happened, right? They can't even get their fucking architecture up to pace. NVIDIA is going to be able to keep up, but NVIDIA is going to feel the pressure. And it's pretty clear with the way they responded to Hardware Unboxed that they're feeling the fucking pressure. Okay? Already. And we're only Gen 1 into like, I would really call, I mean, I guess we got RDNA 1 and the 5700 XT was, maybe we could call that like the first gen because it was pretty good. Like, that's what I was running in my main rig for a long time. I loved it. For the past like year, I've been running that. But the 6000 series is like extra impressive, and all they really have to do is catch up on ray tracing, and then they're fucking fine. Additionally, they're all in all the new consoles too, right? So if I'm NVIDIA, I'm scared. If I'm looking at what they did to Intel, I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. For sure. Middle of pandemic, I'm going to wake up and be like, why are you testing rasterization? We don't look so good there. Do ray tracing. AMD's behind on ray tracing. Do ray tracing. Don't test anything else. Stop it. You stop it right now. Don't test it. That's not what gamers want. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, dude. Please turn on DLSS. Our numbers look better that way. And that's the other fucking tricky thing too. Like, you guys have to realize that, like, I'm not saying DLSS is bad. And it clearly needs improvement because in this game it looks like shit. But the thing is like, it's a trick, and tricks all have like downsides to it. And if you expect me to do 4K with DLSS on a 3080 versus an RX 6800 XT with DLSS off, and then put that in a benchmark chart, like, yeah, like it's gonna look like Nvidia's winning, but are they really? No, they're not. So, like, it's dumb. It's dumb. Well, in this game, like, the only thing that looks better with ray tracing on is reflections, in my opinion. The lighting looks really bad. Something wrong with the lighting. It's off with ray tracing. And it's like a 60% hit on frame rate. It's too much of a hit on frame rate for lighting. Reflection shadows, they're pretty good. And they're not that cost heavy, right? I think like in my review, between the 3070 and the 6800, I was like, well, obviously you got more features right now. Get the 3070 or whatever. And there's reason for that. Like, you do get the option of DLSS. You do get the option of ray tracing. Ray tracing reflections is 10% less demanding than screen space reflections. So the ray tracing reflections are a big deal, and they're actually coming into like being there's a reason for them, like at this point, both performance and looks, right? Ray trace lighting's got long ways to go performance wise, just a long ways to go performance wise. Shadows are a little closer. I think we're probably pretty close to devs figuring out shadows. But if you go like full bore ray tracing, it's too much for anything right now. Too much. All right, so here's the deal. We're gonna try this. I'm not sure this is gonna work, but we're gonna try to swap all this around real quick. If I go offline, sorry. I don't think I can do 240 hertz without resetting everything, though. What I really want to do is show you guys optimal settings and what I plan to run personally. You know what I really like about this model? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outputs. It's pretty sick, dude. You got 3 DVI and 3 HDMI too, which is pretty cool. That's pretty legit. So sometimes what happens when you make this switch, yeah, so you see here, it won't give it to me. So, all right, we have to stop the stream again, restart it. I'm going to try, so I know exactly how to do it, so we're going to try to keep it in part 2. here's the deal. Let me see if we can. I'm going to try to keep it in part 2. But we may drop. But let me see if there's a managed thing. No, don't exit stream. Yeah, there's not a setting. I wish YouTube had this figured out. Because, like, this sucks. I have the setting clicked, I think, for it. Let me double check. Yeah, we do, and this happened last time. So if I start the stream up fast enough, we're going to be good to go. What that means is we're going to stop the stream real quick. If it doesn't come back, you'll see part 3 for this. We're going to do our optimized settings. We're going to go ahead and play a couple missions in my regular game after we run the benchmark with my optimized settings, what I think is going to be best for this. We'll do some analyzation, and tomorrow we'll test. So we'll try to get a video out tomorrow. Probably won't happen. We'll have to see. I really got to get on another custom loop here. I got almost all the parts in for it. But I got to get a loaner up and ready for him too. And then, yeah, but and then we'll do hash rates after that. I mean, we kind of did hash rates today, but not really. I was a little disappointed with Conflux on it. I was expecting more. That being said, give me like... Look, I'm going to try to get back as fast as possible. I'll be right back. We just got to get 240 hertz. So I got to change the setting.